You got your first look at Doom of Dimensions. Make sure you guys smash the little and crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. So Doom of Dimensions premiere event is going to be literally next weekend on September 19th through the 21st. So Konami actually had to get this info out ASAP to the community so that we could, prepare for this. Now, we have our first look at the Radiant Typhoon archetype. I actually like this name a little bit better than Magnificent Storming because it just feels a little bit more appropriate. Now, you do see that Crocea is going to be a secret rare, which is wild to me that they chose Crocea here to be a secret rare, but I mean, I understand. It is going to be the ability to basically toggle for Mystical Space Typhoon. Radiant Typhoon Phonics is also going to be an ultra rare, which means both of these will be available in Starlight rares for, the collectors that want to pick up, the particulars for this. We also did get to take a look here and see that Meghala, Eldam, and Swen are also being pictured here, and Swen is going to be an ultra rare, which is bad news to the few people that wanted this ability to splash this deck, this package into something like Phantom Knights and Goblins and be able to try to do plays like that. That's probably the most strenuous thing that's going on with this, which, I mean, it's fine, but you only need to get like 3 copies of Swen and so forth, but the fact that the rest of this is low rarity does feel like a little bit of a win. And then we've got the Radiant Typhoon Mandate, which is the thing that basically turns Mystical Space Typhoon into the ability to become a revolving window of pressure on the opponent, which I think that Mandate is one of the most powerful cards that you could kind of toss into this archetype. But there was no picturing of the discard searcher for quick plays, which is very worrisome because that could be another secret rare, which is just gonna be awful for things. I am not excited in the least for what's to possibly come on that front. Now, we did get our first look at new RB monsters. RB's Shepherd Crook. This is going to be from the competitor now, I've noticed. This is 2 monsters, including an RB monster. Gains 500 attack for each monster you control, except this card. And you only use each of the following effects of RB Shepherd's Crook once per turn. So during your main phase, you can send an RB trap card from your deck or graveyard. And during your opponent's main phase, we can target 3 level 3 or higher RB monsters in your graveyard. Place 2 of them on the bottom of the deck in any order, and then special summon the other to your field in defense mode. I mean, okay. I mean, it becomes like a 2K. Allows you to basically put some pressure on the opponent. I don't really hate that. And then we got the 2 new trap cards, RB Last Stand, which lets you special summon an RB monster from the deck, extra deck, or graveyard with a different name from the monsters or from the cards you control. And for the rest of this turn after it resolves, you can't special summon from the extra deck except for machine monsters with 1500 or less attack. And your opponent activates a card or effect that targets an RB monster you control, banishes from the graveyard to negate that effect. I mean, it's a free special summon and it gives you a negate, which is kind of cool. And then RB next phase, yeah. RB got a counter trap card. When your opponent activates a monster effect while you control an RB monster, you can destroy 1 monster you control. And if you do negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card, and then gain 2,000 life points. It basically, it's actually not a bad counter trap card. Yeah, you have to pomp one of your own, but I believe that triggers the ability to summon out another piece, which actually just kind of continuously rotates and puts pressure on the opponent, which I actually don't hate that idea. And then we have, oh my god, all the new pieces here. So we have RB Lambda Cannon, which on normal or special, we can target an RB in the graveyard, except for this, add it to your hand. And then while this card is linked to an RB, you can pay 1,200 to look at your opponent's hand and special summon a monster to their field and negate its effects. I don't know why we needed that, but I'll take it. And then we have the Lambda Blade, which on normal or special lets us send an RB card from the deck to the graveyard. And during your opponent's main phase, if this card is linked to an RB, we can quick effect pay 1,400 life points, target what monster your opponent controls, to destroy this card and that card, and then take control of that monster, but destroy it during the end phase. Okay. I don't know why we needed that on a quick effect, but sure. And we have the Gotham Pile Bunker as free special summon if you control no face up or you only control RB. And then you can special summon this from the hand. And then once per turn, when an attack is declared involving an opponent's monster and RB Brute Blues this card points to, you can pay 1500 light points to destroy all cards your opponent controls and this card. That's a free board wipe for literally no reason, which is crazy. And then we have the RB Operation Test, which I guess this little guy is kind of interesting. So on activation, we can target a level 3 or higher RB monster in your graveyard, special summon it, and then you can target any number of RB monsters you control, gain life points equal to their combined original attack, and if you do, return them to the hand or extra deck. Then you can special summon an RB monster from your hands. Basically, this just gives you life points, and then allows you to reassemble the giant Megazord, which is kind of interesting. And then we got Dominus Spiral. The new Dominus card is paywalled behind a secret rare. Yeah, you know, I guess I shouldn't say that I'm not surprised to see that. I just wish there was more actual application for this Dominus card to actually care about it. And then we have Marsh Mad Yummy. We got confirmation on his name. Now, obviously, Konami didn't want to show this. They're going to let the speculation boil for this card because they're like, oh, this is the most anticipated card in the set. I mean, yes, it truly is the most anticipated card. This card opens up the doors and does so much for this deck that I don't know why you would be necessarily surprised to be seeing this as even a secret rare. And then we got confirmation on Doomz. So Drastia is gonna be a secret rare. I guess this makes sense with in comparison to Medius the Pure. And of course, Almathi is also going to be an ultra rare. The fact that they chose such high rarity pieces for this is such a crazy thing, but I guess Drastia is very important. And then we got confirmation on Doomz Drastias. This is going to be the level 8. That first time it would be destroyed by battle card effect. It is not. Each of the following. So you can equip one other face-up monster on the field to this is an equip spell. And your opponent activates a monster effect on the field or graveyard. We can detach one from this to negate that effect and then equip a monster your opponent controls to this card as an equip spell, which actually is very, very wonderful. I think that this card is by far one of my favorites in this set. And then the big guy, of course, is an ultra rare in this set. We knew that when they made this a secret rare for the sneak peek that we were going to be doomed to seeing this as one of the higher rarity slots. And then, of course, Doomz Destruction. This is the card that gives your monster the effect of things cannot be added from the main deck to the hand except by drawing them. The fact that this actually made it in on a low rarity slot, I assume it's going to be a super rare for sure. And then the Doom Dimensional King Arc Crisis. This is going to be your big boss monster that requires the 4 fiends to make. Yes, it is going to be a secret rare or an ultra rare, which means it also is going to be available in Starlight Rare, which I don't really think is going to be necessarily too bad of a thing. But then we got confirmation that DDD Sky King Ragnarok. This is probably one of the most important combo pieces to the DDD strategy. And if you're planning on playing this deck, this is going to be something that you're going to have to get. A good news, though, I mean, you don't have to maximize on 3 of this. You can very easily work with the small number of copies you got. We also got confirmation that Bramble Rose is going to be a secret rare in this set. Oh boy, well I guess, you know, the very few Akiza enjoyers are going to be farming this set to get these in Starlight Rares because you already know they're going to want them. And then of course, Goki the Tyrant Ogre is going to be available in here. It's kind of interesting to know that the Goki stuff did receive some pretty interesting upgrades along the way that you'll be able to just casually enjoy. And then we got confirmation on Fleur de Lis the Thunderbolt and Triber Games Arms Moser. Now, Arms Moser is pictured as a Starlight here, which means it's probably going to be an ultra rare in the set. Both of these cards are going to be very impactful for what is to come. Now, remember, your Doom of Dimensions of Sneak Peek and all that fun stuff, set release is 24th. you'll be able to get these, and I assume that Kongs will have pre-sales up on Monday when box openings go up. So you guys can use discount code MCO40 over there. But what do you guys think? Leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here in a day, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.